After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready. At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, set, 60 Pittsburgh.
That's what I do.
Get it.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 17-yard line.
Down. 10-2 saw. Hey, exit.
That's out, baby. That's baby out. 31's the mic.
Oh, you got now.
31's the mic.
Coming to you.
Now.
Off play action. Eason in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashawn Gary. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Hey, box drop. Go.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
31.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Returnable here from the 38. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ricky. Slow.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
50.
44. Mike, 44. Hey, here we go.
Bravo. Over.
Now Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Big grip.
Looking to throw. Eason, flush to his right. He finds Corey Davis. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football, but sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
218.
A first down carry for Henry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
General West.
It's a gain of 7.
Shoot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason complete. It's Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Able to fight through one tackle. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Rodgers is going to fire one deep over. It got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
30 now.
Throwing again. Eason. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Yo, go!
Back up. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 26, Mike. 26, go.
On first down, Eason. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 54 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Off the play fake. Eason. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason completes it to Davis. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55.
Let's go, baby.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Back to throw. Eason. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Back to the air on second down. Eason dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kenny Clark busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Go. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
We 19.
Check. Go. Go. 44, Mike, 44.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Alert flare.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
30.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, he's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Eason trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the curl.
Hey, 88.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Time to go. Bring that up.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Strong run, but they get to him just beyond the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Rodgers lets this one rip toward Graham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the screen.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 44. Mike, 44.
Hey, check.
Five.
From the gun on 3rd down. Eason. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, 53 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Succop, and it makes the score 21-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our... referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Blue 58, 44.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Again, it's Jones. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Check 50.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Eason. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Smooth. 31's the mic. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
To throw again, Eason.
Give me something.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Ready, break.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, Eason. He gets it to Brown, complete. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Eason. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down.
Hey, exit.
42's Mike, 42's Mike. You're not.
Yo, go, go.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
Now.
On 4th down, Eason. Got a man, it's Brown. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Here we go.
That's another.
5.
Throwing on 1st down, Eason. This will be caught by Brown. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey.
31's the mic.
Ready?
Throwing again, Eason. Man open left side is Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Check three.
Bravo.
From the gun, Eason. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Win 18.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Yeah, Liz.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At the Packers' 31-yard line.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, high 7. Go.
44. You can't block.
Get it.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back home. The Green Bay Packers are your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they